Okay, let's see. Yep, there we go. Just microphone. Where were we? Right, it was yeah, of course, snow floor. Um, right, and the boss was ice. Of course, ice type. So we're on floor 70. It's ice type. It's probably Candace from the Sinnoh games. Our team's well set up against ice type. That's all well and good, but gonna play a little bit of the game. Probably not as long as usual this time, just because uh, I want to try to get this playthrough done by the end of the week, because on Saturday, the next game by this Fangame's developers releases. So I'm quite eager to play that. Now let's see, this Pokemon high special attack, its name begins with D. Can it evolve? A fully evolved Pokemon whose name starts with D. Gen 8. I'm not quite sure. What ability does it have? Light Metal. Okay. So it starts with D, it's from Gen 8. High special attack, does not evolve. Alright. I think they added... Could be Dragapult? I think it's Dragapult. No? Oh wait, Light Metal. Duraludon. Oh, okay. Alright, completely forgot about the Light Metal hint. Yeah, it wouldn't have been... okay. Let's see, this one's a fighting type. Its name starts with a U. Okay, what? Can it evolve? No further evolutions. Its strongest attack? Of course it would be. Unseen, of course. Urshifu. Nice. Oh, it's Wumpertite. That could be pretty good. Anyway, yeah, I'm only going to do a few of these. I'm not going to be here for long. Okay, let's see. What type does it have? Okay, it's a high special attack grass type from Gen 5. Maybe Superior? Maybe Cottony? What ability can it have? Chlorophyll. Can it evolve? Yes. Let's see. I know Cottony. I think the Cottony line has Chlorophyll, or was it Prankster? Is it the other one? I don't remember what the other one is called. No, it doesn't start with Good. I'm trying to Petalil. I think maybe it's Petalil. Okay. There we go. Took me a bit to get there. I got the Pokemon. Next one's a yellow Pokemon. The yellow Pokemon from Gen 2. Maybe Dunsparce? Strongest stat. HP. Yellow Pokemon. Gen 2. High HP. Does Serene Grace? Yeah, that's Dunsparce, alright. Dunsparce. That is correct. Vanitite, okay. Anything else will reach 105. Yeah, I think I'll probably just go to 105, rather than doing like 10 of these. Rather than doing like 10, 15. So its strongest stat is HP. Fully evolved Pokemon, its best stat is HP. Gen 4, what's high HP Pokemon Gen 4? The ability Pressure, so a high HP Pokemon with the ability Pressure. Pressure is mostly legendary Pokemon. Could be, if it's D, it's maybe Dusknoir, otherwise. G. Could be Giratina. Can't think of any other Pokemon with Pressure that are from Gen 4. Let alone ones that start with... I can't think of any other Pokemon... Yeah. These other Pokemon from Gen 4 that start with G, none of these have Pressure, so it has to be Giratina. Nice. We got it. Okay. Weighs about 0.8 kilograms. It starts with D. Okay. What's ability? Sand Veil. Ooh. Generation 1 Pokemon with Sand Veil starts with D. Yeah, okay, so it's Diglett or Dugtrio. It's definitely Diglett or Dugtrio. And if we check the can it evolve question, we'll know it can, so it must be Diglett. There we go. Temper Flare? That sounds like a pretty powerful move. No, we're not moving on to the next one. No. I want to go. Let's check out what this Temper Flare attack is. So we go to... It was like 200 and something, so it'll be here at the bottom. Temper Flare. The power increases if the previous attack failed to work. Well, none of our Pokemon can learn it, but I'm sure it would be pretty powerful if we found a Pokemon that did. Okay. Let's see if we're going into an Ice-type fight. Yeah, this team's pretty well set up to fight against Ice Pokemon. So that's fine. That should be perfectly good. Yeah, okay, so sorry, I was spacing out for a moment. Well, I'm just gonna jump right in. Because today I want to try to get... Oh, it's the Bryson from Unova. Was he a gym leader? Is he an Elite Four? Okay, yeah, gym leader Bryson. Okay, I kind of forgot about him. Sure, not quite the fight I was expecting, but we knew to expect Ice type, so I'm sure we'll be fine either way. Can we get the Meteor Mash attack boost? Or not? If not, that's fine. It doesn't seem like it. Okay, next comes in Beartic. This one's pretty strong, but this one probably has better stats than the Ice Cream, because the Ice Cream was I think that might have been the middle stage Ice Cream that we fought. So this one might not get hit with a one-hit KO. On the other hand, it was super effective, and I think we trained the attack really high on Metagross, so I guess that makes sense. Next is Cryogonal. Now this is a pretty interesting Pokemon. There's a bit of fun trivia about this one. It's the only Generalist Pokemon to learn the move Attract. Okay, you're raising your defense. Wait a minute. Okay, it's a 20% chance to raise the attack, so if we've used it 3 times and not gotten, it's to be expected. Finish it off with a build punch? Yes. There we go. I suppose I could have tried to fish for the 20% attack boost, but oh! Arctovish, okay. This is an unexpected Pokemon. This one's Water Ice, I think? Let's see, so with the offensive boost from the Reflect, I'll probably want to power up Steel type. To try to get that a little bit extra damage in, for the Reflect would be raising his defense a lot, and yeah, it seems like this Pokemon's particularly bulky as well. Okay, so Freeze Dry. Freeze Dry is a cool... Okay, using Freeze Dry, that's fine, we only take a little bit damage. But Freeze Dry is a pretty nifty attack. If you use it on a Water type, the Water type is treated as being weak to Ice instead of resisting it. Oh, we got hit with the chance to freeze. That's a bit of an issue. Hopeful. We've got plenty of Pokemon. Even if Metagross faints here, it's a 5v1. So it's not. I'm not really that bothered. Don't want to waste a healing item. Okay, Metagross fainted. That's fine. Let's see, it's part water type it seems, so I don't want to use you. Ooh, I think we'll go for Mega Lopunny. Yeah, we'll go for Lopunny. We'll Mega Evolve it, and then use the double kick attack. That should work fine. That should hopefully take this thing down. Oh, we didn't even need to double kick. We just needed to single kick, I guess. Okay, good bit of cash for winning, and we can... We'll not quite move on to the next floor yet, because we've got the plates to look at. Can't believe we got the ice plate from that Ice Gym leader. And then we'll also have the Space Globe memory to look at. Two beings of time and space set free from... Sorry, two beings of time and space set free from the original one. Two beings of time and space set free from the original one. Yeah, there we go. That's what I said. I got it. And the Icicle Plate to power up Ice-type moves. The Icicle Plate. Let's see. The two beings it speaks of are Dialga and Palkia. As described, they were entrusted with the creation and control of time and space. Each resides within their own realm, separated from one another. Both elements are extremely dangerous to tamper with. But at the same time, they're the most entertaining forces to observe. Just like the situation we find ourselves in now. As dangerous as it may seem, because this is something even I am experiencing for the first time. I'm enjoying this a little. Now let's go into the Space Globe and see what it's showing us. So where we were last time was, yeah, they'd found most of the plates. They were trying to figure out what was up. Is this the place? Whoa, these statues look really intimidating. It's a shame they're hidden away like this. They really belong in a museum or something. These are... They seem to represent some kind of Pokemon, don't they? How is it that I've never come across this place before? I know these Pokemon. These are Palkia and Dialga. Do you actually know them, Oz? I thought you couldn't remember a thing. Well, it's not that I remember them, exactly. It's more like I have knowledge of them. It's strange, but that applies to every Pokemon, too. I can instantly understand their purpose, as if that knowledge was already etched into my mind. That statue over there is meant to represent Palkia. It is said to live in a gap in the spatial dimension parallel to ours. The birth of Palkia was what caused the walls of our world to disappear, creating a sky that spans for infinity. And that one statue represents Dialga. This Pokemon completely controls the flow of time. The birth of Dialga was what caused the vast river of time to begin flowing in our world. And this one, it's in terrible state. Was it worn down over time, or... It doesn't look that way. Its destruction feels deliberate. Which Pokemon did it represent? Do you know, Oz? Judging by the remaining parts of its body, it should be... Could it be Giratina? The guardian Pokemon of the reverse world? Giratina. How do you know that? So it's a cloaked figure? A kid? Are you lost, little one? I wasn't talking to you. Just who is this sassy, lost child? Anyway, as I was saying, all records of Giratina were erased. If you never met, why is it that you know about it? Ah, forgive me, I mentioned it before, but it's not that I actually know much about it. I simply know Giratina as a concept. Yeah, I've heard all that. I've been spying on you two. I'm not quite sure I like your honesty. What I mean to say is, do you truly know of every Pokemon in existence? Every single one? I believe so, yes, just not of their actual story. Giratina. It represents antimatter, and is supposed to be equal in power to the other two. But when I arrived, its statue was shattered. I wonder why. So that's as far as you know then. No, what? What could have caused its destruction? I suppose I could just tell you, but I was hoping we could share information, seeing how you seem to know quite a bit about these things. Huh? I hold a deep fascination for deities and myths, you see. It is my desire to know more that drives me. My curiosity is what led me here. I can tell you a little, if you agree to share some of that knowledge of yours with me. Of course, though, unfortunately, I don't have much to offer. Good, that's enough for me. Okay? Then let's begin. As you suspected, the statue wasn't simply broken, it was destroyed. Because Giratina was a powerful Pokemon who wielded its power as it pleased. It was banished to the Distortion World by none other than the Creator himself. No matter what the people thought, none dared to defy the Creator's judgment. And so, in obedience, every trace of Giratina was erased from the mortal world. That feels a little... too much? Unfair, perhaps? Well, who can say, but it's said that ever since Giratina has sought the Creator once more, to sink its fangs deep into his throat. Now then, your turn. Tell me everything you know about the Pokemon known as Arceus. That's... Oh no! Oh, hey, are you alright? You're burning up with fever. I'm sorry, I need to get them home at once. I promise, I'll return to you in the future and uphold my end of the deal. Oh, it turns into Arceus. That was... So that was the little guy. Yeah. Okay, so we're on floor 71. We're on this sort of almost farm-like layout. That's neat. Let's see. Alright, so I'm gonna have to be a brief delay. We'll deal with this event with the Sinistrat, and then I'm gonna have to leave play because someone's trying to reach me on my little communicator, and it may be urgent, so I'll check that quickly after this. Sinistrat. A totally unamusing cup of tea. A very common find in this tower. I am joking, of course. It's actually a Pokemon hoping to drain your life force. There seems to be something inside the teacup, however. How will you proceed? Let's fight it and find out what the item is, okay. Level 70. And has a much larger HP bar than the average Pokemon. Let's see, so it's... Grass Psychic. It's Grass Ghost, I believe, so we will try you. Hit it with her one of her big fire attacks. Oh, Memento. Doesn't this just kill you? Okay, I guess it just blew itself up then. I was expecting a bit of a fight, but decided just to knock itself out for me. I guess it wanted to give me the item after all. Now let's see. Agronite, okay. I suppose an Agronite could fit in the cup. So, was it worth it? Yes, it was worth it, because, like, we had to do nothing. Anyway. Alright, let's check the encounters. 2 Pokemon we've seen so far in this area. Now, let me just quickly deal with this. Like I said. Okay, that's that matter dealt with. Now, let's go find some grass. See what other see if we can find a larger grass. Rhydon, Flapple? Flapple, okay. Well, I wasn't intending to catch a bunch of Pokemon, but I mean, come on over, I've got to get Flapple. So, change to grass. Null it for the triple catch rate, because it's a grass dragon. No, I should have Quick Balls, yes. So Quick Ball, really good catch chance of first turn. We got the shake, the mid-air shake. Yeah, okay. I didn't even finish breaking down all the stuff that would give us good odds to capture before I finished and gave us the Pokemon, so that's nice. Let's take a peek at the summary while we're here. Ripen Raven's berries and doubles their effect, that's nice. Stats aren't quite the best, but you know, if we're not playing on a high difficulty, so it's not a major issue. Grab Apple, grass type attack, 80 power, not too bad. Lowers the defense, that's good. Fly, kinda sucks. Okay. Flapple could be neat, Flapple could be neat. Depending if we wanted to change the team at the last minute. Ferrothorn, we're not having a known homophobe Ferrothorn on the team. Scovillain, more Rhydons. One of the forms of Paldean Tauros? Nah. I don't think I really want that Pokemon, but like Flapple, I love the Applin. I love Applin and its various evolutions, so I had to catch that. Floor 72. The only encounter here we've seen is Ferrothorn. Electrode, Ferrothorn. Is that maybe one of the forms of... I think that's one of the forms of Lycanroc? Oh, Castilia Cone, that's good. That item can hear any status effect. So that's a good item to have. So yeah, anyway, my plan for today is to try to complete a full, not just 10 floors like I've been doing a lot, but try to do 20 floors this time. I think 20 floors would be pretty good. Because like I said, the next game by the developer, I'm very excited to play, and it comes out this weekend, so I intend to try to finish the game this week, so I can hopefully play the new game on release day. And to do that, well, we've got 30 floors to get through, including what will be the final boss. So I'm gonna make it quick today. So unfortunately, less guessing game, less dilly-dallying on floors. We're gonna get through this. Gothitel's pretty neat, but I don't really want it. If I had encountered it on a much earlier floor, I would have probably grabbed it. Ooh, Altaria! Altaria's worth picking up though, because we do have, I believe we have the Altaranite Megastone. So we have its Megastone, so it's worth trying to pick up one of these with a Quick Ball, just in case. And when it Mega Evolves, it gets the ability Pixelate, which becomes a Dragon Fairy type, and gets the ability Pixelate, which makes normal type moves get a Power Boost and turn Fairy type. Online, on Pokemon Showdown, in Gen 6, I used to run a max attack physical Altaria with a Mega set, and my Mega Altaria, I would use just powerful normal type moves with like no drawback, such as Return. Slowbro and Slowking. I don't think we have their Mega Stones though. Anyway, I would run a physical set to take advantage of normal types, like high power, no drawback physical moves. with the pixelate boost. Plus, Altaria is just really cute, so, you know. It wasn't, I don't think it was especially good, but it was quite fun. Oh, TM Thunder, that's good. Just kind of hoping we would get Blizzard. Hope we can get Blizzard soon for our Ninetales. Oh, Waterstone, Love Balls, lots of items. Alright, I'll play around a little bit. Oranguru, Bisharp, Vileplume, Victreebel, Electabuzz. Yeah, again, some of these Pokemon I think would be neat if I had time. But Pokemon, maybe I could maybe see myself picking up Bisharp, because I'm pretty sure King Gambit's in the game, but I'm not really too bothered. Alright, let's jump in. Floor 75. Mini-boss. Victreebel mini-boss. I hear they added a Mega for this thing in ZA, but this doesn't have the ZA Megas, so I'm not too bothered about trying to catch it. To have even it for the, you know... Oh, it was a Grass Poison type, so it was just... Oh, didn't expect to take down the entire expanded health bar beyond the guarantee it survives in one hit on the health once. Alright. Well, let's Bullet Punch take this guy down. That will be the mini-boss cleared. You know what, yeah, sure, well, over here we'll try and catch it. I'm not too bothered. Don't care that much, but, yeah, we'll use a Great Ball. Because I'm not too bothered about this guy, but it would be quite nice to have if we have it. It's appeared to be caught, okay. Alright, so we have one mini-boss. We have the first... Alright, so that's 2 boss fights that they done. We had the floor 70 main boss, the floor 75 mini-boss. I guess is another plate. The other side of this world was given by the original one to its... something third. To its raging third, maybe? I think that says raging. Yeah, the other side of this world was given by the original one to its raging third. Okay. It's really fun translating these, and that's the spooky plate, which is ghost type. Oh. Ah, forgive me. Thank you for retrieving the spooky plate. The other side of this world refers to the distortion world, and the raging third would be Giratina. At first, that realm was entrusted to him to protect as its guardian. But in the end, I judged him too dangerous and banished him there. That is all there is to it. I kind of forgot what else happened exactly. Why create someone that dangerous in the first place? The distortion world was never intended to be a prison for Giratina. It's a complicated matter, ironically so. Would I like to continue? Yes. Oh, Spheal! Okay, this is a little event. We'll do the event. Here we go. Spheal are quite the noisy bunch, clapping to show their satisfaction with the food. You have to be quite careful with them. Else it might end up rolling down a mountain. Its body is poorly shaped for swimming, so they cross the ocean by rolling on ice. Why'd you make its body like that then? It would be boring if all Pokemon could just swim their way across the sea. I gave them a more amusing way to travel, aren't I kind? Look at his little smile! Look at his little smile as he's saying that. Oh! I love him so much. Metagrossite? Okay, yeah. Okay, we've got to equip that right now. Did I already have a Metagrossite and just forget to equip it? That would be really funny if I did. Is that the whole reason I picked up a... Come on, where is it? Yeah, I had one the entire time and forgot. That's the whole reason I caught the Beldon to begin with. Okay, well... Perhaps a little bit later than I should have had it, than I should have been able to have it, but Mega Metagross is now online. Tauros, Magmar, Cradily. None of those Pokemon particularly interest me. Not just now, anyway. Naughty Mint, okay. Rare Candy. And this is the exit, okay. Next floor. Floor 77. Here we go. Okay, Burn Heal, more healing items is always nice. Some extra money. Floatzel. Floatzel could be interesting, but I think the team's probably fine. Semisage? Yeah, no, I'm not using Semisage. Or Semiseer. What's Relicanth? This Pokemon hasn't changed in the slightest since I created it 100 million years ago. Quite impressive, isn't it? Now that you mention it, you're quite old yourself, aren't you? Well, yes. I am the oldest being alive, after all. You look quite decent for being that ancient. I'll take that as a compliment. Ooh, Pidgeotite. Okay. That's interesting. I don't think I have a Pidgeot, and I don't exactly plan to catch one at this point, but because we've got Swellow. But if I didn't have Swellow, I would maybe consider the Mega Pidgeot as an option. Alchemy, Almaldo, Armaldo. Okay. Yeah, this floor doesn't seem to offer much in terms of good Pokemon, but that's fine. We've got a pretty good team already and some good backups in the box that we could swap out for if we got stuck in a fight. Spritzee, see! This Pokemon is perfume incarnate. Its aroma changes to suit the desires of the smeller. So what do you smell? Freshly baked bread. I think you're just hungry. I love how he loves baked stuff so much. It's so charming. It's such a cute little personality trait. Nonsense. You do not need to be hungry to appreciate the aroma of perfectly baked bread. Rolled away, leaving something behind. A leaf stone. Okay. I don't know how handy that will come in. Worst case scenario, I can always sell it for another item. Star, Floatzel. Let's pick up these items. Burn Heal, good. X Defense. Stat buff items, not too bad. A Leftovers, an Ultra Ball. What other Pokemon are on this floor? 3 haven't seen, okay. Zebstrika? Not really interested in that. So yeah, we've already got a pretty good electric type. Is that Corviknight? Yeah, I've already got a steel type, already got a flying type on the team. Not too bothered. Okay. There's one Pokemon spawn for the area that we haven't seen yet. If it wants to appear. Does it? It doesn't seem like whatever the final Pokemon for this little zone is wants to appear to us, so I'm just gonna go to the next floor. I don't really want to waste too much time. Okay, ability patch, warm gold, beast ball, 2 master balls, that's great. No, I don't want to go onto the stairs. There's more exploring to do. Bunch of beast balls. I don't know if we'll run into ultra beasts though. Oh, gift, I presume? They look like a look at how he does look like a candle. That's really cute. That's really funny. Why does he look like? I can't believe I still allow this nonsense to happen. Gilbert dropped something behind as it waddled away. Tyranitarite. I think I have a Larvitar in the box. That could be worth doing it if we decide to spend a while making a proper team for the final boss later. Like if the Yeah, that could maybe be worth considering. Livani. Not really interested in this, but if we're in the battle already, I'll change to bug for the triple catch rate and then chuck a quick ball. If we're already in the fight, there's no reason not to at least give it a try. It's probably not that much slower than having to KO it, so maybe it could even be faster. Give a nickname. Set the box. No, set the box. Yes. Okay. And the stairs were here. I mean, look at that. 35 minutes. 35. Yeah, maybe like 30 minutes in if I account for the fact that I messed around for a bit at the beginning. And we're already on the we're already down 10 floors, or up 10 floors onto another boss. Let's see, before we go do this, I need to check what's up here. Please have earthquake, not earthquake. You have earthquake, you know what, I'll take 2 TM earthquake, that's a really good move. But there's no blizzard. And I want his blizzard. What do you have? Healing, maybe in terms of items? Yellow sword, power herb, just a spoon, piggy berry, never melt ice, light clay. Yeah, I'll take a light clay. If we can get Aurora Veil for the Alola Ninetales, that'll let us get extra turns of protection against all types of attacks. Got a bunch of regular potion. Maybe not very useful. Icy rock. Use icy rock to extend the duration of the weather condition. What does Azelf have on offer? Really cheap training items. Really cheap rare candy for extra level ups. Master Ball. Yeah, we'll spend a whole bunch of those. And then while we're here, let's see, I already have multiple of those. I'll sell one of those because I already have all these special evolution items I have duplicates of. May as well sell the duplicates and the Mega Stones. Probably not going to use the original ones either, honestly, but I'll keep one of each just in case. Just in case we decide to totally rebuild the squad. Leftovers is a held item that's worth keeping. You never know if I want to use multiple Pokemon with a leftover set. Rock Gem. Yeah, I don't really want to use the gem items, I'll sell those. Okay. Ah. Oh, here we go. There's extras of some stuff up here too. Nice. Now let's see, is something up. The 3 of us usually hang around lakes. Guardianship and Sea Grizzly are kind of our deal, so we've hidden our spots away in some, well, let's call them creative locations. But for you, I'm willing to share a bit if you're curious. Mine's tucked away in a crystal cave. You can only get in if you solve a puzzle made of, yeah, you guessed it, crystals. Back then, when I was guarding a time gear, I even rigged the lake to fill with crystal formations to make the gear impossible to reach. Sure, it kind of messed up the view, but if it meant doing my job right, it was totally worth it. Ah. Sorry, yeah, I accidentally hit my microphone. Trying to stop it from falling off my table here. Well, at least the lake you're in now didn't get completely drained by a bomb for your capture. The sight of all this Magikarp desperately flopping around the dry lake bed. Now that was a little entertaining. Excuse me? Master, what could you possibly be talking about? Oh, don't mind me. Something strange somehow ended up in your pockets. 24 experience candy XL. And we'll get, I think, 20 more after we find out what's up with our case. Have you seen my notebook? It has my engravings, so it's pretty clear that it belongs to me. I must have dropped it somewhere. Hopefully it doesn't end up in another dimension somehow. It's written in there. Nothing much. Just some of the stories I used to write sometimes. Things I wished would eventually happen in any of the worlds I watched, but didn't. So, like, fictional stories? That is correct. I've heard it's something that Delusional usually do. However, I find it to be quite the creative hobby. I can't believe he writes fanfiction. Okay, even more experience candy. Well, that's good. Let's see if we can find... Let's see, what's our level cap? I think it's 73. Metagross wants all our agility? No. So we'll just stuff our Pokemon's throats full of a bunch of experience candy. I do wonder if it's worth, since we have so much, just like after this boss fight, stuffing our Pokemon full of more experience points, just to get them to the next level cap right away. So we'll save here. Don't want to play the guessing game just now. Our next opponent is a Dragon-type trainer. So Ninetales will be our best bet there. It's a shame we have a minus special attack nature, but I'm sure we have a mint that can change that. Maybe, if we're lucky, we have a modest mint. Yeah, we're not going to be using physical attacks, so we want this one, the modest mint. Increase special attack, but lower physical attack. Yeah. Okay, what else do we have? Timid plus speed minus attack. No. Do I have? I think it's the adamant. About nature? About nature? No, I don't have adamant. Okay. Let's see. Maybe I want to give... Let's see, no, I don't really want to give you your hidden ability. For you, it doesn't matter much. Because they're both Mega, it'll change. Guts is the ability I want on Swallow. Punk Rock is a good ability already. In that hand, yeah, okay. I think we can definitely just save the ability patch for later. But maybe I lead Ninetales. Yeah, lead Ninetales going into Claire. Okay. Oh, okay. And because it's of course, because it's Claire, it's not going to be all Dragon Pokemon. That's interesting. That does make things interesting. If that's the case, we'll have to switch out. Because we don't have a Dragon Pokemon. Our Ninetales doesn't have a move that's super effective on the Gyarados. Let's try Overdrive. Get outspeed, so please don't flinch. Thank goodness. Okay. Hit it with our big attack. Super effective with both of its types. Getting a boost from being the same type, getting a boost from the ability. Heavy damage, that's nice. Tyrantrum, that's... Rock Dragon. Okay. If it's Rock Dragon, maybe we send in Mega Metagross. Yeah, we send in Metagross and hit our Mega, or once per battle Mega on the Metagross this time. So we can hit it with like a really powerful Steel type move. And I'll even power up with this. Yeah. Yeah, well, power up I believe Mega Metagross's ability will power up our attack even more. And then we've got the boost from the Steel Plate being active to do massive damage. There we go, we've knocked out another Pokemon in one hit. What other Pokemon do you have? Of course, your classic Kingdra. Okay, being half water, this thing's neutral against ice moves. We'll just try another Meteor Mash for now while we're on Steel. Yeah, it's not very effective. It says it's not very effective, but look at that, I almost did half. So, we may as well just, with a 10% miss chance could be a problem. But, especially with you just spamming Smokescreen to lower our accuracy even more. But we're gonna be fine, there we go. Oh, a healing item. Citrus Berry, okay, Hydro Pump. And it misses its one attack, that's good, that's fine. We can play around like this. We've got the other Pokemon, but it's not really much of an issue. Plus, you keep using inaccurate moves too, so there we go. Kingdra fainted, nice. This goes level up. Finally leveled up. Send out Goodra. Alright. Please don't be Hisui and Goodra, because I don't want to send out my Ice Fairy Pokemon into the Steel type. Please be the regular version. It is the regular version. Let's turn it into... Okay, well, we'll do the Fairy type boost. Both Ice and Fairy will be super effective here, but I could have sworn Dazzling Gleam had higher power than Ice Beam, but I guess I was wrong. I guess I'm just stupid. Keep it hit super effective, that's an issue. Oh, and the leftovers to increase his HP, okay. Or rather to restore. Whatever. Oh, and it switches to a flame. Okay, so this one has... I have to say, this is a pretty cool team. It's actually pretty well designed, pretty well put together to try and counter the weaknesses of Dragon. Okay. Well, if that's the case... I guess what I'm going to do is go back into... Metagross. Yeah, we'll go back into this. And because now that our accuracy drops are gone, I'll just hit it with the most powerful move. I think they're all neutral, so just hit it with the most powerful attack I've got. Knock it out, and that should be the last Pokemon for this fight, yeah? Oh, level up, there we go. 7,300 for winning, nice. And is this the last plate? I think this is the final one. Oh, there may be two more. There's maybe like one or two more. Power of defeated giants infuses this plate. Is this rock? Fire. The flame plate. I missed this one. I may have made its message a little more explicit than necessary. But oh well. For those who seek the truth, it should be known. At the very beginning, before the universe even existed, there was someone else besides me. In fact, there were several individuals. The first battle ever fought took place then, and the defeated were dealt with. I repurposed the power they wielded against me to create this plate. It was the first act of justice ever carried out. So, if nothing truly existed back then, can it even be called justice? Weird. Well, let's go on to the next memory little scene from the Space Globe. Because we're approaching... We're getting pretty far, we're only an hour in, and we've gone through a set of 10 floors. 2 sets of 10 floors? We've gone to a boss, we've done a lot. We've done a lot in this less than an hour. I'm sorry. I should have noticed you were feeling bad earlier. It's alright. As I said, it's just a cold. How long will you keep saying that? You're burning up! You're not okay. Please, tell me how to help. Even Fido was worried. Looks like there's no use hiding it anymore. I've been ill for a long time. Doctors warned me this cold climate wasn't good for me, and that if I stayed, I'd end up like this. Then why didn't you leave? Because there's no one else here. Travelers rely on me to guide them across the mountain. People say, a hermit in the mountains will help you pass, so I stayed, even if it cost me. Cough, cough. So this was your choice. But you can't just live only for others. That's unfair. You're right. It is unfair. But once, a woman told me she felt safe crossing the mountain because of me. She mentioned that her only family lived on the other side, as this was the only way for her to visit them every once in a while. Stop pushing yourself so hard, please. I've always lived alone, but knowing I could help others reunite with their loved ones, it gave me purpose. Yes. I had you too, little one. You stood by my side, helping me bake bread for me to eat. For that, I'll always be grateful. What about your dream? You always said you wanted to open a bakery somewhere else. You even said I'd be there with you. I really said that, didn't I? I'm sorry. I knew it was never possible. I guess I was just too happy to finally have some company at home. Unfair. Sorry I had it from you. But tell me, Oz, once I'm gone, what will you do? Don't say that. I don't want you to mention something like that. You don't want the weight of being Arceus, do you? I don't even know him. That's not me. Everything he did, not tied to it. I just want to live freely as my own person, no matter why I was sent here. See, I'm glad to hear you say that. Life can be cruel, but still, this world is beautiful. Even in hardship, there's always a way to smile. I couldn't fulfill my dream, but I was still happy, and that's enough. Oz, could I ask you one thing? I feel a little weak. Could you bake some bread for me? Me? I've never done that. I'm not sure I can. Alright, I'll do my best. Here he goes. Starting to bake some bread. And is that after no small amount of hardship and quite a few concerning explosions? A familiar smell filled the house. He's holding the bread, he's a wee bit on fire. Ah, it's done. I finished it. It's a little burnt, but edible. Here, can you eat it on your own? Hey, did you fall asleep? You can't do this to me. Please, answer me. Hey. Destiny Tower, floor 81. And we're on the sort of space theme. Or room, space sort of room theme. River room, Gorgonacle. Well, that was quite tragic. Olin Muck. Gengar. Okay. Yeah, well, I hope my mediocre voice acting is at least not detracting from those scenes too much. In Galar, this Pokemon is considered a symbol of love, a symbol of affection, a gift of love. Maybe it's offering itself to you. A bold gesture. I am worthy of worship, however. I wonder what it tastes like baked. Are you trying to eat the love symbol? Don't eat the applin. I simply find the aroma intriguing. Does the horse god want pie? Hush thee. Rolls away, leaving behind TM Flamethrower. I want Blizzards, but Flamethrower is nice too. I think Blizzard is really the only thing I can say I actively really want for the team. Other Pokemon could be cool, but what I want is the move Blizzard. Maybe the move Aurora Veil, but that's not strictly necessary. I suppose neither is Blizzard, because Ice Beam's like good enough, but oh, King Gambit, okay. King Gambit's a really tough Pokemon. This might be a mini-boss, like an optional mini-boss event. This one is quite ferocious, isn't it? A Bisharp that proved to be the strongest amongst its kin, pushing through with brute strength. It seems to be guarding something. How will you proceed? We're going to fight it, and we're going to get that item, and it's going to turn out to be something completely useless. But it's Steel and Dark type. So with our Mega Evolution, and enabling the Fighting type transformation, our Double Kick attack should do really good damage to this thing. It beats both of its types. It's getting the boost from the thing. It's getting the boost from Mega Evolution. It's getting the same type bonus. Look at that. Brought it down to 1 health. Brought it down to... Ooh, I believe with the Retaliate does extra damage if your ally is knocked out the previous turn. So against a single Pokemon like this, Retaliate's just like a decent-ish attack. It's a normal type, I believe. So there we go. King Gambit knocked out. A Leaf Stone. Could be better, could be worse. I'm not sure how worth it is, because we already have a couple of Leaf Stones. But we'll move on to floor 83. Cyclizar? Cyclizar is funny. I like how it's just a bike. It's just like a motorcycle Pokemon. Oh, there's no path up here. Okay. And we get a Lumberry that can cure any status ailment. That's pretty useful. Could equip that to a Pokemon. If we're expecting a trainer, one of the boss trainers, to use a lot of status effects. But for now we'll move on to the next floor. Floor 84. Great Balls times 2. Okay. I wonder where the stairs are. Is it... Okay, it's over there. We'll get that item later. What we'll get now is Heal Balls. Okay, Great Ball. More Pokeballs, I guess doesn't hurt, but a bunch of gold is what we're looking for. Mostly like gold and healing items. Okay, mini-boss Pokemon battle. If it's a good Pokemon, we can use one of the Master Balls on it. Seismitoad? I mean, it's... Water Ground is a really good type combination. And... Considering we have Mega Metagross now, and we have like Swellow for normal type, Infernape for fighting type, Metagross right now has Hammer Arm as a fighting type move as well, I'm tempted to maybe rotate Lopunny off the team. So Seismitoad's got offers some really good like defensive utility. So I think I might yeah, I think I might grab this Pokemon with one of the Master Balls after we win its mini boss encounter, and maybe put this on the team because it's really high defenses. It's got a type that's really good defensively. It has what? Immunity to Electric. I believe Water Ground only has only weakness is Grass type, and I doubt the likelihood of us running into Grass type attacking moves anytime soon. So. Okay, yeah, next Pokemon. I mean, look at that. I'd like to say my team's pretty good, and we don't have any grass attacks. But we do have a lot of Pokemon that are hit by this guy for big damage. We've got 2 Pokemon, no, we've got 3 Pokemon, like 4 of our Pokemon are weak to ground. one Pokemon weak to water. So I think having the water ground Pokemon, and if we're lucky, this one might have, I think I can get Water Absorbers in the ability to give it a second immunity. So if we catch this thing, I think it would make a really good member of the team. Just offers a real bit of defensive backbone to a team that's mostly just stacking a bunch of good attackers. So, plus because it's because the Seismitoad is the mini boss Pokemon, it'll have like guaranteed perfect stats. The nature you might want to change with a Mint if it gets a really bad one, but that shouldn't really be a big issue since we're only playing on normal mode. But this just adds some much needed extra variety to the team. And we can look at it later. What plate's this? Is this the water plate? The being poured the being poured the remains of this. If the being poured, I'm going to try to read this silently for a moment instead of tripping up over myself trying to read it out loud for the first time. Okay, I think this says, the being poured the remains of its power into stone and buried it deep. The being poured the remains of its power into stone and buried it deep. There we go. Hey, yeah, okay. It's so fun just trying to translate these the unknown letters. Oh, this is the Sky Plate. We didn't have Flying type yet? Huh. I just one had Flying type. This is the Sky Plate. Thank you. Let me see. Ah, yes. This relates to that mineral humans call Origin Ore. It's a remnant of creation. Though to me it's just litter, it appears to have its uses. If any of the mythical Pokemon were to become enraged and unleash their power upon the world, it may prove useful for crafting weapons. Yes, it's only natural to assume that anything originating from me holds immense value. If you succeed in helping me, I'll even grant you one of my golden trinkets, engraved with my symbol, of course. It even comes in different colors for you to choose from. Truly a tempting charm, isn't it? Yeah, whatever did. Let's... Actually, hold on. I think you can access your PC boxes from the menu. So, yeah, the Pokemon menu. Okay, it has Swift Swim, which isn't exactly the best ability I've seen. And his move pool isn't great. But, oh, hold on, that's got an item, we'll take that. Yeah, its move pool is not great. But we'll take it. If we use the ability patch on it, it becomes, yeah, Water Absorb, which is much better. That gives it not just an immunity to water type moves, but makes it heal from being hit by a water type attack instead of taking damage. Let's see, we'll put Infernape up front for now. And we'd like to continue to floor 86. Ooh, back in a forest theme zone, okay. This is pretty cool. Is that, I think that Pokemon's, is that Grimmsnarl? Whatever it is, I don't feel like catching it. We'll get Awakening. Ooh, Weavile. I'm pretty fond of Weavile, but I think, well, we've already got, well, I think the team would probably be fine without it, so. Not this time. Maybe if a Sneasel had appeared much earlier in the playthrough, I'd be rolling up with a Weavile scrambling to try to find the item that you used to evolve it. I think that's the Razor Claw. Okay. I want to continue. Floor 87. TM, please be Blizzard, please be Blizzard. Sleep Talk. Porygon 2, okay. And this is Jigglypuff. Jigglypuff. And so it begins.
I do hope your willpower is stronger than average. Mine, of course, is beyond such mortal sleep noises. Ah, you're already asleep. It's scribbling on your face. How adorable. Jigglypuff bounced away, dropping something behind. A set of malicious armor. Okay, that's crazy. Oh, I was kind of hoping that if you open the menu, like after that, you'd be the scribbles would show up on your portrait. Doesn't seem like it. But there's so many little details in this game that, you know, I'm not going to complain about them not including something like that. Oh, Steelix on this floor. We've already got Metagross as a steel type, so that's probably fine. Let's go Tentacruel. We're going to hit more gold. Alright, so we're almost to floor 90. Which I was intending to just do 20 floors today, but we're getting through it way faster than I was expecting. So maybe I'll have to go for even further than I was originally intending to today. I make no promises, but I might even just go do the final 10 floors to floor 100, make this a 30 floor stream. The Sharna are always drowsy and sleeping, with quite the bad temper when woken up. The mist emanating from its forehead is packed with the dreams of people and Pokemon. It can even change colors depending on the dream it's eaten. However, it's best to keep your distance if it turns black.
Is it poisonous?
Not poisonous, but it will make your nightmares reality. I wonder what it would show me.
Sharna floated away, leaving something behind. A sweet apple. Okay, well, goodbye. And we go to floor 89. So the next floor is a rest floor before a boss. And after that boss, we'll be on the final 10 floors. Alright. Our journey's getting close to its end. So, well, we've still got quite a while left to go. So I won't quite get sentimental about it yet. About these 9 hours I've spent playing this game on this particular playthrough. But it would be nice. I will probably get a little bit sentimental about it later though. Alright. Next, respite area. We're on our rest floor for floor 90. Yeah, hint. Our next opponent is another dragon type trainer. Hold on you, I want to see what moves you have before we move on to the other ones. As like no blizzard? No blizzard. Facade is really good for Swallow though, I'll take that. Well, it's really good for Swallow if I can get an item called the Flame Orb. Which we don't seem to have. Toxic Orb. I'd rather not use Toxic Orb. Toxic Orb is much worse than Flame Orb because the Toxic Orb damage increases over time, whereas the Flame Orb damage is constant. However, we can do the combo. We can, however, still do the combo, even if it's like a weaker version of it. So what the combo basically is the Guts ability makes our attack stat go through the roof with a negative status effect. It gives us like a plus 50% to attack. And ignores the attack drop from Burn, but this gives Toxic Poison, so that's not an issue. But if I can find Facade, so the move Facade also doubles in power if you have a status condition. So with our base power 70 move, that gets doubled to 140. It gets doubled to 140 because we'll have the negative condition from our item. And then we get an extra 50% damage because of the ability from having the negative condition. And another extra 50% because of the same type bonus for being normal type. And the only drawback is we have to equip an item that gives us, if we lose our item. However, if we really wanted to be crazy with it, I could jump back a floor. I could jump back to the previous set of 10 floors, get into a battle to get the poison condition, and come back. However, I'm not going to then equip a different item, but I'm not going to go that far. So let's see, I'm going to do the conversations here. Actually, no, I'm going to do the conversations here, and I'm going to go take a quick break to refill my drink before the next boss fight. Alright? Is something up? Oh, did Duxie and Itself already tell you about the little secrets? Well, I suppose it's only fair I share something about myself too. Let's see, should I talk about my lake? Mine lies underground. To reach it, you have to let the shifting sands of the desert swallow you. Only the truly desperate would jump into moving sands expecting anything beneath. And yet somehow people still manage to find it. A proper entrance should challenge the mind. Puzzles, for instance, ensure only those with the knowledge to proceed can do so. Well, knowledge may open the door, but only sheer will can carry you through it. Still, even determination won't help if you're clueless about what you're doing. And none of that matters if you don't feel why it's worth it. If someone lacks the heart, they'll never make it to the end. In the end, all three aspects are essential. Willpower, emotion, and knowledge. To neglect any one of them can lead to trouble, don't you think, Master? And he's just, you're having quite a lot of fun with this, is what I think. Something strange in their pockets. More experience candies? Nice. Our level cap is 82. Maybe a service? Something up? Time has been distorted here. I was trying to guess what time it is. What for? Nothing important, just a habit. I've seen how things go in the mornings from up here. The bakery opens, which means it's time to buy bread. Why that look? Bread tastes best when it's fresh out the oven, first thing in the morning. If you can't appreciate that, I genuinely pity you. And some experience candy XLs. Okay, well, I'll be back in just a moment, because like I said, I really need to start a be back soon see little screen. But for now, if I can find, it's got to be a way I can add just plain text, add text to the scene. There we go. Text, sure. What font? Let's see, I'll just sort of stick that up on the screen for now, and I'll turn it invisible when I'm back. So, yeah, like I said, I'm just going to go quickly get a refill of my drink and maybe do something else. Maybe a couple other things need to do quickly before I move on. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, that's me back. And yeah, I mean, we've been here for barely over an hour today, and I've already gotten through the 20 floors I was intending to do today, in less time than it took me to do 10 floors on the previous stream. So, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna level up grab those items if I can find the experience candy. I'm gonna train up the team to the level like roughly the level cap. I'll sort of stop at like level if it hits level 81, then I'll stop there because it's not like that big a deal to be exactly on the cap. But we're going to quickly level up the team. Our next opponent's Dragon type trainer. We've fought 8 gym leaders, so I reckon we're probably fighting like a champion next. If I did get the guesses, I forgot quite how this part goes. And let's see, a Dragon type champion. I'm thinking maybe Lance from the Kanto games, or what was the one in Black and White called? In one of the Pokemon Black and White games, I think it was Iris. The name was. It was I think Iris was the champion in Black 2 White 2. Anyway, let's double check these items. Leak for Farfetch'd? No. Serious Mint? Sure, I'll buy some Serious Mint. Okay. I'm gonna buy from you. Training items. Nope. Got more than enough Master Balls to capture the very limited number of Pokemon I could encounter on the next 10 floors that I might want. X Scissor, Upper Hand, and Blizzard! Finally! Must have missed it before. Oh, there we go. TM Blizzard. That's exactly what I was looking for. So if we go look for Blizzard, and now this move normally has pretty bad accuracy, 70%, but a secret effect is that in the snow weather created by our Pokemon's ability, it has a guaranteed hit. So it goes from, it doesn't even like go from 70% to 100%. Like it also ignores stat drops. Like also ignores like an evasion boost they have or an accuracy stat drop we get. Let's check Seismitoad's stats. I don't remember what attack stat this guy likes to use. Okay, yeah, it does use physical attack. Okay. So we can give that guy Earthquake with the same type bonus. It's got to be some sort of maybe. I'll check its move relearner screen. Yeah, its move remember screen because it might have some neat like defensive type moves. Maybe Aqua Ring, slow healing. No. Drain Punch though attacks and heals a bit back. That's probably better than Hyper Voice. No water type physical move. But unless I was wrong, unless I'm misremembering, I think I saw... Okay, it wasn't Waterfall, it was Liquidation I was thinking of, but I think this guy can probably learn Liquidation, which will be a water type move for on the correct attack stat. So if we can find Liquidation, there we go, Liquidation. We can get Liquidation. And we get some good attacks. We get some actually good attacks on Seismitoad. But this guy's mostly here because it's for its sort of defensive use. Thunder Wave? Nah. Dazzling Gleam, Reflect? No. 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 False Swipe? Dig? No. Air Cutter? Not so good. Builders
Psychic noise, no. Sludge wave? I think that's a special attack. Not too bothered. Okay. Yeah, I think we'll put I think we'll try putting. No, we're gonna put Seismitoad in first. I'm gonna put Swallow up first, so we can try to get at the point. Oh, Cynthia! I didn't realize Cynthia would be registered as drag. Okay, Champion Cynthia, right? That's pretty. Oh, okay. Well, this is one of the more famously difficult champion fights. So. Outrage will do heavy damage. Ooh, one shots or swallow? Okay. And Garchomp has. Well, I probably have like Earthquake, which will be really bad for Ninetales. But I think the snow weather gives it an improved physical defense, so even with the weakness. Even with the weakness, we might survive to hit it with a... Or, of course, it's locked into Outrage. How could I forget? Of course, Outrage makes you have to use it for like 2 to 3 turns. And Fairy's immune. Okay. Alright, one shot with the blood. Ooh, Focus. Okay, we get the... Ooh, this is so hype. Okay. Yeah, that's... This is so hype. Alright, so then we can... I'm gonna take a gamble. Okay, you're switching. Okay, you're smart, you're switching. Oh, come on. But we'll hit you with a nasty plot. Yeah, we'll hit nasty plot, and then... Okay, Blizzard is resisted. Blizzard is resisted, but which means the neutral Dazzling Gleam will do more damage. As long as Stone Edge doesn't KO. Oh, but it's a high crit move, so we got the crit. Okay. This is an intense battle. Okay. Oh, it has Life Orb. Right, well, in this intense battle, we will want to use Infernape. Slam into this. Okay. Should be able to survive? No? Of course, the Life Orb boost gives it 30% extra damage. Right. We may need to reformulate the team a little bit. That's bad. Let's try Earthquake on Seismitoad. This is a big, bulky, defensive guy. Okay, it flinches us, but that's. It's every time it uses that close combat move. Ooh, I don't want to have to use any revive items. So if we lose, we're gonna get put back to floor 80 and have to fight our way back through. But the mini boss, we don't have to fight the mini boss again. No, let's just Mega Evolve. Let's hit the Mega Metagross. Hope we can take this guy down. Please don't use the flinch. Don't get flinch. Oh, okay. Okay, we didn't get it, so this guy should go down. Good. Okay, I'm expecting Spiritomb next since it's immune to our Psychic type. Togekiss. Fairy Flying. Alright, just please Meteor Mash, please. Okay, one shot in return. Alright, we're starting to swing the momentum of this battle back in our favor. No, you're not learning Hyper Beam. You're about to send Garchomp back in, are you? Sure. Oh, and then immediately switch back. Well, did you forget it was frozen? Okay, the Bullet Punch does really heavy damage, that's fine. This thing's Psychic type, so Zen Headbutt should finish it off. Yes!
sorry, it's poison type, so we're psychic type, then headbutt should finish it off. Okay. She's about to send in Garchomp again, what? Just so you can have free reign. Okay, let's try Meteor Mash, your strongest attack into whatever comes in next. So we might get the attack boost. Okay, so this thing has the pressure ability, and what that does is basically make it so that when you use an attack, it takes 2 uses of the attack instead of 1. This guy's Dark Ghost, so ooh, Will-O-Wisp is bad. The burn condition cuts your physical attack in half, and that's what this guy Metagross uses for its attacks. And finishes us off with a priority move. Okay, well we've still done massive damage into the team, so we might have this. We may still have this. If our toxicity is just that guy. Is there one? I think there's one Yeah, there's one Pokemon left other than Garchomp. You're gonna switch. What Pokemon what Pokemon does Cynthia have on her team? I should know this, but I can't remember her last Pokemon. You're gonna switch. I'll predict another switch. Oh, you're staying in. Guess because it's Oh, okay. You were staying in, hoping for the thaw. I shouldn't have predicted another switch because for trying to get the nuzzle. Okay. Okay, that knocked us out. Right, so that sends us back to floor. Well, it sends us all the way back to floor 0, but we can fast travel. But we can fast travel back up to floor 80. Okay, we can fast travel back to floor 80. And then just try to speedrun our way through these floors, maybe picking up items. So it's possible that we get given a different boss enemy on our next time we reach floor 90. So we can't actually prepare to be fighting Cynthia in particular again. It's entirely possible the game gives us a different opponent. Kanto Ninetales. Interesting. No. However, a lot of champions do use dragon types, so based on the fact that there was Cynthia, I think, based on my experience with the game, I think there's a higher chance to get the same boss again, but like it can reroll into someone else. So I think what we want to try and do is lead Alolan Ninetales. Just because lots of champions have dragons and stuff. If we get lucky, maybe if we get lucky, we can get Lucky Freeze. We can try to set up nasty plots. To nasty plot to give drastic boosts to our special attack. Massive buffs, but no. Okay, money. Tart apple. What's this? Is this electric jam? Okay. I do wonder if it's maybe worth trying to figure like a strategy. No, I don't want to go and do like competitive team building, like first, like figuring out like a proper single battle competitive strategy and trying to build to that. Septilli, that seems a little bit excessive for playing a game on its normal mode. However, we have a Toxic Orb, so if this Gliscor has its hidden ability, Poison Heal, that gives us like another really, really good defensive Pokemon, because Flying Ground, 2 immunities. It's immune to Electric, it's immune to Ground. Both are really good immunities to have. It has decent resistances. The Toxic Orb Poison Heal combo gives you healing at the end of every turn. Let's just try an Ultra Ball, I guess. I want to see if this thing has Poison Heal. You know what? Screw it. Screw it. I'm just going to throw a Master Ball at this. We've got 15 of them. I think I can afford to spare one on a Gliscor. Besides, if one rolls in the shop, it only costs 1,000. Pokemon gain item, experience, summary. It has Hyper Cutter. Okay. No. Don't want Hyper Cutter. Okay, it was definitely worth... Since we're forced into the battle, it's definitely worth capturing it to try to check. But it's... don't have an ability. Don't think I have an... Yeah, don't have an ability patch left. Because we used it on Seismitoad, so unless we find another ability patch, I guess I'm not using Gliscor. Because, like, it's really good, but the healing is what I was really hoping for. Metronome? Okay, Metronome's a really funny attack. It basically just picks a random attack in the whole game to use. What's this? Aurorus. I really like Aurorus. It looks really cool, but it's not very good. Ice Rock is a really bad type combination to be. Chandelure. I like Chandelure a lot, but not this playthrough. Okay, full restore. And we're back to the floor 90 rest area. Ooh. And because we've run through 10 floors again, the shops have changed. Maybe we can get Flame Orb now. Rare Candy, Terraball, Pokeball, items... Master Ball? Yeah, why not? I'll buy up to having 30 Master Balls. I want to shop. Okay, well, there we go, ability patches. I'll gladly buy ability patches. They're handy to have. I'm not sure if I'll be using Gliscor just yet, but it's definitely good to have the ability patch. Field Blaze, Grass Type Attack boosts your speed? Nah. ATR Beam, Steel Beam, Volley Slam? No. Okay. The hint is still Dragon type, so it might be Cynthia again. It might be one of the other Dragon Masters of the Pokemon series. I'm not sure who it could be. But, oh, I see the number of people have gone up. Okay. Let's see. Do I maybe have a Flame Orb where I just missed it before? At worst case, we have the Toxic Orb to do the strategy, but I don't think I have a Flame Orb. I'm sure I would have seen it before. We can try equipping some items with some of the other Pokemon. But for now, yeah, Life Orb. Life Orb could be good on Infernape, maybe, or Muscle Band, because it's a physical build. So maybe just Muscle Band to give a smaller boost, but no downside. Okay. Yeah, I'm not seeing like a Flame Orb or anything, so. We'll do the Toxic Orb even if it's worse for the strategy. For Seismitoad, I've got leftovers. I have several leftovers. So if I can find where I put them, yeah, you can have the leftovers. And you can have... I guess if it's better than no items, it's definitely better to have some sort of item than no item. So what do we have? Not leftovers. We want life form. Do I have? Don't think I have a never. I don't think I have a never melt ice to stack extra power onto. Yeah, I have the ice stone for evolving Pokemon. I don't have the never melt ice item that boosts the power of ice type moves. Maybe I can give you a berry? Or you can stacks. Okay, you can have citrus berry, sure. You have quick berry for Ditto. Yeah, I'll give you the muscle band. Because you've already got attack, you've already got attacks with recoil, so I don't really want even more recoil from the life orb. But you can have my life orb. To make that massive ability boosted boom burst even stronger. Yeah. Yeah, this seems like a good squad to me, alright. I reckon this squad can probably take on whatever our next challenge is. Hopefully it's not Cynthia again. Okay, it's Lance this time. I do feel a lot more confident in fighting Lance than Cynthia. Because Cynthia's team's a lot more well-rounded, whereas Lance's leans a lot more into being a dragon trainer. So we air slash. Okay, it has ice punch. Really, we get frozen? Okay. I guess we can't use the gut. Try and use the gut strategy after all. That's fine. Okay, so based on the fact that it had ice punch, I wouldn't be surprised if this thing maybe has like fire punch for coverage against ice Pokemon. Yeah, there we go, fire punch. That's fine. I was expecting that. We'll just hit you with a blizzard, and this will maybe one shot. Well, I suppose not quite one shot. You took a bit of damage, but yeah, there we go. Oh, Kingdra. Yeah, we can try putting in Seismitoad against that. It's maybe not got the best of moves to fight back, but this is just really good defensively. Can lower its defense. Ice Beam. Oh, Freeze might be an issue if they get the 10% chance, but I think we'll be all right. No, I really should have invested in this guy's stats instead of just catching it and throwing it right on the team. Let's try Earthquake. That might do more damage. Yeah, come on, come on. Okay, that's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot nicer. It would be nice if I maybe had Protect to get an extra turn of healing on, but that's fine. As long as this doesn't freeze, we can Drain Punch, get some health back from the leftovers. Then you've got Ice Beam. And then you're gonna use Ice Beam again, so we can switch into Infernape, bait out Water Attack. So bait out a Water Attack on the next turn and switch back into Seismitoad for our Water Absorb ability. You're going to try to hit Infernape for water, super effective with a water move. So come on, let's try and see if we can bait it into a free healing. There we go. That's nice. That gives us a good health boost. Real nice. And we'll do another Drain Punch to try to keep us fairly high. We can do this. We can definitely do this. Low HP with leftovers. Yeah, Earthquake. Ice Beam. Ooh, that critical hit was so close to knocking us out, but we're fine. We're fine, okay. Goodbye, Kingdra. A little bit of leftovers, even though 18 health is not going to make much of a difference there. Now, Salamence. I think we can try our Toxtricity here. because it's also flying type. It's got Intimidate, that's a bit of an issue, but... Oh, this guy gets Earthquake! Ooh, don't know what we're going to do about that then. Because most of our good Pokemon are weak to Earthquake. Yeah, I've got a lot of Pokemon. Okay, maybe I should revisit the team, try and get Pokemon that aren't all weak to Earthquake. Like, we have that Gliscor and ability patches, so maybe I should do Poison. Maybe I should take the Toxicor off of Swellow, give it to Gliscor, and have a Poison Heal Gliscor. Gives us a ground immunity, electric immunity, healing. You can build it with really good physical defense. Can't believe I'm thinking about like doing actual proper EV training on normal mode. No, because Earthquake's gonna knock out Ninetales. Please don't die. Okay, I think we're gonna lose to Lance. Yeah, I think we're gonna lose to Lance here. That's frustrating. Okay, Mega Evolve. Mega Evolve and power up Steel Arceus, please. I think we're just gonna have to try and smack our way through this with Meteor Mash and just desperately hope we survive, and desperately hope we get the attack boost. Don't miss. Oh, crunch. Okay, I got the KO with a weaker. Oh, okay. Yeah, we have lost. We have so lost this. Unless the defense boost from Snow comes in clutch, or a Stone Age miss. Okay, Stone Age miss. That's exactly the kind of thing that might keep us in the game. Okay, Snow boosted accuracy boost for Blizzard. Okay, great. Oh, Haxorus. Yeah, I just have to desperately hope I outspeed or it misses. Okay. We are dead. God, okay, no, because I don't think Seismitoad can take this thing down. Brain Punch. Yep, no Pokemon that can fight, so we get sent back to the first floor, but we can fast travel back to floor 80 and only have to claim 10 floors instead. However, I'm gonna go to the box. Yeah, well, let's try replacing Seismitoad with Gliscor. Item, move your item to you, and on you we will use an ability patch to give you Poison Heal. Then, I guess I want to give it, like, I don't know. Yeah, it's got really high defense, so really high defense. I guess I want to give it, like, I don't know. It's got HP restorations based on percentages, so I guess I want to max out it. I guess I'll like max out its HP, max out its attack. I wish I bought a second Earthquake TM. Yeah, please. Just max out your HP. There we go. And we're in 14. HP and attack is probably. I could do attack, HP, and defense, but I don't know. I like having big attack number. It's really high HP, and it's naturally fantastic defense. It's probably fine. Now what TM... Hold on. I should check its moves. Maybe it can remember... Oh, it already has Earthquake. Okay, what can it remember? Elemental Fangs, Poison Jab.
Knockoff is... Ooh, that's really good. That's better than guillotine. I'd say that's better than guillotine for sure. Knock off an item. As you can remember, U-turn. Ooh. U-turn for the switching? Because this guy's pretty slow, isn't it? So, let me check. No, it's decent. It's actually, yeah, it's pretty slow. So I could, yeah, but it heals at the end of the turn. Let's see. However, if we're likely to be facing a lot of dragon trainers at this point, I think I'll give it Ice Fang. Yeah, because it's a lot of champions. Yeah, because most of the champions are like dragon, either at least have dragons or proper dragon themed trainers. So I reckon Ice Fang will probably serve as well. Okay. We just have to quickly speed our way back through. Well, the more times I fail for the floor 90 boss and have to quickly run through 10 floors, the more unlikely I think it is that I'm actually going to get to fight the final boss today. Oh, fine, I'll go around. Is that what you want? Is that what this Pokemon want? Oh, almost missed the item. Wait, no, there we go. Item. Honestly, I am. If I die again, I might just like stop going out of my way to collect all the items on the floor and just collect the ones that are convenient. Well, conveniently on the way to, while I'm finding the exit. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that because I don't want to just keep replaying the same floors over and over again for another hour. So. So I'm just gonna go find the exit. If there's like a conveniently located item, I'll grab it. If not, I won't, because I'm more or less fine on items in Pokemon by now. I don't really need to spend a lot of time on each individual floor if I'm just replaying. Maybe it's over here? No? Well, this is a big room. It could be up here. There we go. Floor 89. And so the next floor, and next we'll be back to the rest floor before the boss. I do not remember having this much trouble on my offline normal mode playthrough with I feel like my team is of similar strength as well, so I don't know. I don't know what's up there. Floor 90, rest floor. Kill my Pokemon. Chomp. Dual Wing Beat. Fairly cheap, could be nice to have. Trick Room, no. Mystery, no. Builders, no. Dragon Pulse. No, come on. Dragon Claw, we've got a lot of physical attackers, so Dragon Claw or Throat Chomp. Well, Throat Chop's dark, but Dragon Claw could be useful. Thinking of Dual Chomp, which is Dragon type. But Dragon Claw could maybe be useful to stick on something with all the dragons we're expecting to fight. Dragon Claw, no one can learn it. Okay. What items do you have? Castilia cones, Sacred Ash for 50,000, Shiny Stone, Brain Extender, Jolly Mint, Muscle Magician Wall. Okay. Well, we're fine on Master Ball. We're fine on the. Okay. Now let's see what hinters. Oh, Dragon type, what a surprise! Who could it be? Who could the Dragon type master we are fighting be? And we want to bring Gliscor up to the level cap? Sure. I'll waste one to get you just through the cap. There we go. Alright. Okay, we're Cynthia again. Right, so assuming lead Garchomp, which, yeah, she led Garchomp last time, so Gliscor's in a good position. I can't think of any like coverage moves Garchomp could have that would be especially potent. Oh, but it can set up a Swords Dance. Ooh, that is scary. Guess we can knock off. Knock off the Focus Ash. We get our Poison Heal going. Okay, we're gonna have to hope for an Ice Fang. Okay. Oh, now it's just hitting out. Ooh, full power outrage knocked us out. Okay. Okay, right, so Gliscor is kind of a setup opportunity for lead Garchomp if it's Cynthia. Right. But now it's locked into outrage, so we can just get out of Blizzard because we've got the dragon immunity. Should have just switched right away, but that's fine, we can live without it. Send in Lucario. Right, and Lucario had coverage like Stone Edge, so we don't want to send an Infernape to use fire on the Steel type. Let's try. Just pray we don't get flinched. Because okay, of course it gets the flinch. That's okay, but it gets a Stone Edge miss, and then we can paralyze it with Nuzzle, so we outspeed. And then we switch into Swallow, maybe. I guess now it's forced to use Extreme Speed, that's... Yeah, we'll just slam Brave Bird. Probably. Okay, right, Wow, I'm bad at this game. Let's try Mega Zen Headbutt. Well, maybe I should have used Hammer Arm. But Zen Headbutt knocked it out, so that's fine. Send it Togekiss. Sure. I think we can. If I remember right, I think we one-shot with Meteor Mash. Yeah, we outspeed and one-shot with Meteor Mash. As long as it's so. Togekiss, not an issue. Oh, and we got the attack boost this time. Roserade, okay. So we know Roserade is not a problem. We can just Zen Headbutt it. Especially with the attack boost, that's just fine. Mega Metagross is pretty good into Cynthia's team. Except for Spiritomb with Spiritomb and its Dark Pulse attack. But let's see. Yeah, so it's immune to both of these attacks. So I think we take the gamble on the 90% odds and just use Meteor Mash. One-shot it. Okay. She's on one Pokemon left after this. Glaceon. Okay, Glaceon we've actually got a really good matchup into. We've got two Pokemon that are super effective. We've got two Pokemon with super effect that are just super effective against it. So let's see.
I think yeah, let's just Meteor Mash. Here we go. And this should KO and win us this. Okay. So it took a few more tries than I was hoping, but we have got through floor 90. We will get to our next big story moment. So we'll get the last plate, we'll get a story moment, and then we'll be on the last 10 floors. Okay. The rightful bearer of a plate draws from the plate it holds. The rightful bearer of a plate draws from the plate it holds. Yay! I'm kind of good at this, aren't I? I say that every time I do one of these, and I say it. The splash plate. Thank you. The rightful bearer. Perhaps I should have written owner instead. Oh, you didn't know I carved these plates myself? I did so because I wanted everyone to know how everything came to be, which deities are to be revered, and which ones are to be feared. I'm sure there will be many reactions from those who decipher the true meaning behind these plates. Once you've recovered them all, how about I prepare a little test? If you answer everything correctly, I'll even lend you my plate at the Hall of Origin as a god. Of course, I'm only joking. And with this, every plate has been returned to me. You have my sincerest gratitude, Desta. However, I cannot send you back just yet. The Destiny Tower remains unstable. Let us reach the top together so that I can stabilize everything. So here we go, got to climb to the top. First, Space Globe seed. We've got to see what this is. I don't actually remember. Oh, okay, of course. Orcus is at the friend's... Right, the friend died. Must be their grave. Thank you for everything. I promise I will try to live the fulfilling life you wanted for me, ever since you rescued me from the mountain. I will never forget all the care and love you gave me and this world. There. Now, let's head home. Huh? What's wrong? No way, it's the tiny wee guy who I know who this is, but yeah, I know how this is, but the game the game doesn't reveal the name, so I shall not say. You. Oh, it's that kid from before. I'm sorry. I promised I'd keep my part of the deal, but now's not a good time. Could you wait a little while? Finally, truly am sorry. I found you at last! Arceus! Huh? Almighty Arceus, your eminence, grant me your blessing! The blood of the ancient Sinnoh people flows through my veins. I have devoted my life to you since the day I was born. I beg you, answer me, reveal the mysteries of the world, the secrets of its creation. My desire to know more has brought me to you. I want to know everything. Oh, I don't know any of that. The Pokemon you revere. I'm not him. It's true I'm apparently a fragment of Arceus, but I'm not an all-powerful being and I have no memories of what he did. Could this be a test? Test? See if I'm worthy to inherit your power and create a new world. What are you even talking about? Your Eminence, as you must know, life is full of cruelty, conflict, death, abandonment. This world should be rid of those things. With your power, let us destroy the defective world and build another without suffering. This kid is fucking insane. Listen, I can see the world has been unfair to you. But ever since I came into being, it showed me nothing but kindness. The terrible things you mentioned, I know how ugly they can be. Evil must be judged and lost as part of life. But overcoming those things and still finding reasons to smile, I think that's worth preserving. Just stare. Okay, they're just staring at each other silently. So you choose to mock me then? Excuse me? No, why? Overcoming those things and still finding reasons to smile? What is that to you? Some kind of game for your amusement? Are you really that bored? You've ignored the suffering of the world from the beginning of time. Why? Why do you refuse to make things better for everyone? I don't understand. Do you think we deserve to suffer? Please stop. I refuse to continue this conversation in front of a loved one's grave. Fragment of Arceus, you say? A powerless, empty vessel. What a disappointment. It was so close. You're nothing but a waste of time, just another abandoned remnant of his. One day, those who oppose your twisted justice will turn to you, even if it takes years, decades, centuries. I will conquer you! So crazy. Such a crazy little guy. Love it. Wow. I really do love this game's writing, though. It's... Okay, well... Here we are, floor 91. We're on the last stretch of floors. Ganium... Nah... Wordeer? Leafeon? No. Scorch. There are plenty of... Another ability patch. Okay, there are plenty of interesting Pokemon that are appearing here. But none I particularly want to add to our roster, I think. Plus our level cap now is like 100, so... Yeah, the level cap is 100. Oh really, this Leafeon appears right in front of me. Right into the fight? Okay. Well, for that, you must die. And I could maybe see myself catching some more good Pokemon, when we come across them on these floors, but not these ones, I think. Not to say these Pokemon aren't good, but just I think Bastion Legion is really good. I just don't want them, I guess. Okay, floor 92. I can't help but think, maybe... Oh, Lucario, Inteleon, Flareon, Hisui and Samurott? That's quite nice. Lucario is strong, but we already have Steel Pokemon, we already have a Fighting Pokemon, we already have a Mega. Jolteon? Nah. With all of these EV evolutions showing up, I could maybe see myself picking up like Sylveon? For the Pixelate, for the sheer raw power of a Pixelate Hyper Voice. But I'm not exactly, I wouldn't exactly call myself eager and willing to pick up. Oh, hold on. Rillaboom. Okay, hold on. Rillaboom. Rillaboom could be good if we want to change up the team. We could get that would give us like a fire water. Yeah, if we want to change up the team with we could get, I guess, a good grass Pokemon. Its hidden ability sets grassy terrain, so if we have or get our hand on the TM for Grassy Glide, that's a really good combo. That does good damage. It does some cool stuff. No? Okay. Has a Wood Hammer, Boom Burst, Overgrow. Okay. Yeah, we'll put you in the PC box for now. But for now, we want to see this unknown. Aye? Just one of them? That's unusual. These Pokemon are supposed to appear in groups to form messages. Or maybe it is a message like... Idiot, irresponsible, insufferable, or insolent. I like the sound of... I think it's... insufferable, or pick insufferable. How bold of you. Though if true, I suppose I should be flattered that even wild symbols choose to insult me now. Bolted off mysteriously, leaving behind Gengarite! When we saw Gengars on the previous floor as well. Cinderace. I wonder if this has a weird post-nerf protein. Not that it particularly matters to me. Whether or not, because I've got Infernape, so Infernape is my fire type of choice because we got the shiny Infernape as the starter. So I'm not replacing it with a different fighting type. That's the one Pokemon that will guaranteed stay constant on the team. That's our build around. Infernape is the build around. We will construct our deck to take advantage of the strengths of our greatest Pokemon. Those strengths being it's fast, it's got pretty good typing for attacking, it's got pretty good moves. It's by no means the greatest in either of those things, but it's good enough that it's got value. Oleon, Water Steel, maybe. Steel has a lot of resistances after all. Might not be the worst thing to stack to Steel Pokemon with different second types. It's Mimikyu. This creature is so desperate to be loved, it hides behind a cloth, pretending to be something it's not. No one has ever seen what lies beneath, not with a consequence. If you're curious, now would be the time to peek. I could always revive you afterwards. No thank you. What a shame, watching you try might have made for some memorable entertainment. Mimikyu quietly drifted away, leaving behind the tart apple. Well, that's nice. Could you with a snack? Could do with a snack. Some delicious fruits to chomp down on. Quick ball. Okay. Mini boss Pokemon awaits on the next floor. Yeah, we'll be fine. We'll be fine fighting the mini boss Pokemon. Let's go. 495, what is it? Hisuian Typhlosion. Ooh! So I know what I said. Yeah, you know, I'm catching this one just because I really like the Pokemon. With that said, there's no other reason for it, I'm just really fond of this Pokemon. And we'll get fully healed after the mini-boss, so that's fine. Don't have to worry too much about losing Pokemon here as long as we win in the end. Which we will. Okay. This one's Fire Ghost. Let's see. So we'll overdrive. Okay, yeah, because the overheat attack does big damage but lowers its stats. Lowers its attack. Or special attack, so here we go. Overheat. It's dropping its own attack power and just into nothing. And like the majority of its damage now is coming from the fact that it's just like got a massive level advantage rather than actually having like good stats. Let's try. Yeah, that's Earthquake. And Inferno has really bad accuracy, I think, so we've got this. Yeah, there we go. Get our heal from Poison Heal. Nice. I guess Overheat, okay. Yeah, that's fine. We take our defensive Pokemon with our resistance. That's good. There we go. It's weak. Throw a Pokeball now? Yes. I will throw a Pokeball now. I'll throw a Master Ball because I want this Pokemon. Even if we're not likely to actually use it. $83, okay. The Fusion has been sent to box 2, there we go. And there's no plate. Yeah, there's no plate left. We have all the plates. So that was just a mini boss. There was no like collectible after beating it. Serious Mint lets you reset the nature to no modification. Alright. Radon Arceus is back. Strange balls. Strange balls. Oh, we're running low on floors left, so there's got to be some super powerful Pokemon here, around here. Porygon Z? Could be good, I mean, yeah. Could be pretty good. Download. Okay. Capture this. This is pretty good. I think this one's got some pretty good use case options. The Pokemon here in this one are all like high 90s levels, so there's no reason not to catch some Pokemon, I think. Look at that. High special attack. Okay, so minus special attack nature, but we can change that. Yeah. Yeah, this is good. That guy's good. Milotic, no. Anyway, yeah, we've seen all 5 Pokemon on this floor. Okay. So we want to try to make our team the best we can make it. For floor 100. There's the staircase. But I think what I'm going to do, right, is when we reach floor 100, I'm going to save and I'm just going to like heal up and attempt the final boss with just our current team. I think that would be fun. We can attempt the fight and then decide, okay, we need to change the team or we need to level up more. I reckon we probably will have to level up more. But like, I'm not going to use the experience candies. I'm just going to get the experience from catching a few Pokemon along the way. Then we'll decide if we want to use any of the new Pokemon we catch. Like this Ursaluna here. However, I think did I catch a mini boss Teddy Ursa earlier in the game? That would have better stats if we could evolve it with one of the peat blocks. We found Lapras? No. Rhyperior. Encounters. There's one Pokemon encounter for the floor left to sound meet. Okay. Florges. And it's a fairy type? I don't think we have many fairy type options, but I'm not really. I have the Ninetales. I think I'm fine with a little Ninetales for fairy type. Okay. There's the staircase. More of them are appearing to me. Okay. Capture a fully evolved King Gambit. Magmortar. Yeah, we'll try King Gambit. If we can get it with his ability, I don't remember what it's called. Is it Supreme Overlord? I don't remember what it's called, but this guy, one of its abilities, gives it a power boost for each of your Pokemon that's been knocked out. So, if we lose, we can train this guy up, and then it could be like our last resort. Like if all our other Pokemon die, it'll get a massive attack boost, and it can help try to do some heavy damage in like a last stand kind of thing. So what's its ability? Its Supreme Overlord boosts the power of its moves with every fainted. It's made like every fainted ally. What does I get? Swords Dance? Could be good. And there's 2 Pokemon for this floor's rotation left we've not seen. Come on. Come on, I'm fairly certain that there's like a really rare chance of in the final 10 floors some like legendary Pokemon being added to the spawn pools of a floor generation. Like look at this, there we go, this is the kind of thing I've been hoarding Master Balls for, just in case we encountered legendaries. Like this here, Galarian Moltres. That's worth having. I don't want to use legendaries if I don't have to, but if we get stuck, I'm using Moltres. Might be able to find, like, there might even be the Zapdos or Articuno that goes with it as the other encounter for the floor. So send you to a box. Mega Mortar, Florges. Come on. Yeah, fangame, we've got that. Arcanine, okay. Floor 99. Oh, there's a little Swablu. Little Swablu event, okay. Well, let's go say hi to the Swablu. Oh, what is it now? Look at it on his head! Oh, it's so cute! There's the little bird Pokemon on his head. Aww, it's adorable. I love him so much. Look at it! Look at it! It's so cute too! It looks so happy sitting nesting up on his head. I am the very source of all that doth exist. The primal cause that broughteth order to the vast expanse and fashioned all creation with mine sovereign hand. And now you have a fluffy cotton hat. Should mine hair be plucked, I fear much harm shall befall thee. Swablu flew off, leaving something behind. Another leaf stone? Well, I'm definitely not wanting for items at this point, at least. Okay, that's the exit. That's the exit to the final rest floor. Gudra, is that maybe Hisui Gudra? The dragon, another dragon. Who's that Pokemon? I don't recognize this. Oh, because of the sprite. Okay, there we go. Galarian Zapdos. There we go. Another legendary Pokemon. All right, we are snagging this. We are snagging this guy up. We are putting it in the PC because I don't want to use it yet, but. Okay, captured. Right. So unless maybe it just didn't spawn, there's a chance. There's a chance that, or one encounter we haven't seen left this floor is then the Articuno. Or maybe. So we can try and get I want to try and get the Articuno, maybe. Okay, it's regular Gudra. That's fine. Yeah, I guess we'll just roam around. Oh, okay, this floor has Hisui and Gudra and normal Gudra. Okay. That's kind of cool, actually. So both, yeah, I see they have different overworld sprites, yeah. Okay, well. I don't want it. I don't want to catch it, but that's cool anyway. Come on. Okay. Tyranitar. Okay, well, Tyranitar. I'm catching Tyranitar because we have the. If nothing else, we have the Tyranitar right. So, this guy, good choice. Plus its ability Sandstream. That's extra chip damage, which if we get really stuck in a fight, maybe building a more defensive team playing with chip damage could help. We've got Gliscor. That doesn't take damage from the Sandstorm because it's ground type, and it has the Poison Heal ability. So that could be good, like, defensively. Especially if we can get, like, TM Protect or something. That could work. That could work as part of, like, a backup plan. Yeah, we could have some sort of Sandstorm team where we're chipping away at the final boss. The final boss's Pokemon. But for now, we're here. I want to shop. Scorching Sand, Facade, Aura Sphere, Dragon Claw, Grass Knot, Gravity, Rescue Terrain, Scald, Confused, Gunk Street, Gunk Shot. Nah. Supercell Slam, no substitutes. Stealth Rock. Heal Wind. I was looking for maybe Protect. That could have been nice. Yeah, Flying Gem, Bug Gem, Max Mushrooms. Guess I could try. I'll buy another one of these. If we have no, if we have no other item that works for a Pokemon, we could just give it the mushrooms to boost all of its stats and figure out how those work. I wonder if it's maybe like on the first switch, like the first time you switch, and it eats the mushrooms and gets like a big stat boost. Mint, Punching Glove boosts punching moves, breaks their contact. Nah. Smoke Ball, that's not going to be useful. Snowball boosts attack if hit by an ice type move once only. Boosts your energy which is for Paradox Pokemon. Upgrades Choice Scarf? No, it's actually no. Okay, well, Mesper is something up. So, you'll probably be leaving soon, huh? The summit's just up ahead. You don't look too thrilled, though. Let me guess, it feels like none of this really give you answers, right? Drag into all this weirdness, put through trial after trial, and for what? I suspect Master does know what this was all about. But as usual, he's not willing to say a thing. Yeah, we're in the dark too, just like you. We were called here to do something, apparently. Still, I'm really glad I got to meet you. You've got a good heart. So hey, whatever happens next, please remember, you hold emotion, wisdom, and will. And with those, you can do anything. Don't let anyone take that from you, okay? Even if the truth hurts, even if it feels like everything did was pointless, you kept going, even when none of it made any sense. That says more than anything else. So don't let anyone erase that. Don't let them tell you nothing matters. Keep moving forward, on your terms this time. Something strange ended up in our pockets. Experience Candy XLs. And if we talk to Arceus... Names are curious things, don't you think? They are supposed to define us, but all they truly do is serve as a label. I was named Arceus by those Eclipse but a fraction of what I am. If you could have chosen your own name, what would it be? A name of my own? Us. However, that is a name tied to things I have already lost. A name for something I can never be. Thus, I will never claim that name for myself. But if you could, then perhaps I would be worthy of it, I suppose. That is not how this world works. Something strange somehow ended up in your pockets. More experience candies. Okay. So I'm going to save here, and if we lose, I'm just going to reload the save. I'm not going to go through that again. But for now, I'll be back in a few minutes. I want to refresh my drink. I think I'm going to need to take my time and think. Have something to drink. Have my drink refilled for the fight. And so I'll try and be quick. I'll be quick. But I might get briefly distracted. Okay, now that matters seem to be dealt with, that maybe took a little bit longer than I was expecting, but they seem to be dealt with. I am back. So, after almost 11 hours of playthrough, let's... Yeah. Yeah, this is our team. Okay, you can have the max mushrooms if I can find where they are near. I assume they're in regular items. I think that's where they are meant to be. I could have sworn, maybe it's in berries. No? Really not in medicine. Maybe I just missed it, so let me look at the icons. Come on. Probably at the top, actually. Maybe it is in hope. Maybe it is in the medicine items. Oh, battle items. It can be the battle items. Oh, hold on. If it's in the battle items, then it's probably something you like use. Like as a you spend your turn using it to raise your stats. If that's the case, I want to find my silk scarf and put the silk scarf back on. Oh, I'll do the muscle band. I'll do the muscle band. It's slightly less of a boost, but it also affects the flying type moves. So, here we are. Going out. Final boss time. Well then, we finally reached the top of Destiny Tower. Just as I promised, it's time to set everything back to normal. But before that, there's something I want to tell you, Esther. You remember when I said I'd try not to interfere with the world? It's because every little change has consequences. For someone like me, who shaped the world itself, even the smallest action can throw everything out of balance. That's why I'm usually very careful about what I do. But even so, I still disrupted this place and brought you here just because I was bored. You're responsible for all this? Yes, because you being here doesn't affect anything at all. In other words, you have zero weight into the world's balance. It means that no matter what happens to you, even if you stayed trapped here forever, everything would carry on exactly the same. Friends, family, Pokemon. If you had any waiting for you, they wouldn't even notice you were gone. Your existence wouldn't leave a mark. Can you imagine what that means? You are someone I can keep here and play with, watch endlessly, and nothing would change. Isn't that wonderful? So tell me, knowing all of this, are you sure you still want to go back? Wouldn't it be better to stay here in the tower, battling forever, with me watching you? You're the most interesting thing that's happened to me in ages. Well, what's your answer? Still want to go back? You really don't understand it, do you? There's no one waiting for you. No one would even remember you were gone. You're a zero weight, a blank space the world never even noticed. Even if you say you want to leave. Losing someone as fascinating as you, after spending so much time together. I'm not sure I can let you go after all. And so, we have to fight him as our final boss. The ally who's been by our side this entire time is our final obstacle preventing us from leaving. Okay, level 100 Arceus. Our Pokeball short-circuited. You remember the encouragement the Lake Fairies gave us? Our speed rises for 10 turns. Close combat. Arceus normal, it's super effective. There we go. But our defenses go down. It uses Dark Pulse, which is resisted, but critical hits. Does almost all of our health. The background's changed. Alright, let's close combat again. Knockout's first stage. This can't be it, can it? Oh, right. Oh, we're taking a little bit of health left. Our defenses go down. Did you really think it would be that easy? This place, it's the only one that's ever truly cared about you. So tell me, why would you ever want to leave? I don't want to stay. What if it means being your plaything? You say that like you haven't enjoyed yourself ascending this tower with me. Or am I mistaken? And he heals up, standing his ground. Defenses rose sharply. And knocks out my Inferno. Okay. Goku fainted. Use next Pokemon? Yes. Right. Let's see, let's see. Maybe we... Yeah, we'll buff the power of Steel type. Very well. I shall abide by the rules. Changes to... Oh, shit. Wait, yeah. He changes to... Okay, we've changed him to Steel type. Okay. I was intending to power up my Steel move, but now he resists it. So I guess we use Hammer Arm? To hit the weakness? Okay. Right, okay. Our speed goes down. Dark Pulse, please don't kill. Okay, it just barely didn't kill, but we've got the speed drop. We might not kill, we not out of speed. Okay. We're fine. Hell. Surely, you understand by now, don't you? If you keep going, you'll only suffer more, over and over again. No, I want to get out of here. You're truly a stubborn, imagining little thing. Okay. Arceus is standing his ground. His defenses rise up again. And he knocks out Metagross with Dark Pulse. Metagross fainted. It's Arceus Steel now, so... I guess we send in Gliscor so we can use Earthquake? Yeah, Earthquake. That'll do pretty good damage, I hope. Ooh, critical hit brings him down to his next week. Well, had enough. No, I won't give up. You're going to break if this continues. Do you truly believe there's something better for you outside of the tower? How exhausting you are. And Arceus stands his ground. Its defenses, I believe, are maxed out now. And he hits us with another Dark Pulse. But a Toxic Orb kicks in. Yeah, let's Earthquake again. We might have needed the crit to get it down. Yeah. Yeah, we needed the crit because the crit would ignore all of his defense boosts, but we can get some damage in. And Poison Heal. Let's try Knock Off. Maybe he's got like an item we can get rid of. Wise Glasses, okay. But Arceus finishes Gliscor off with Flamethrower. Okay. Use next Pokemon. Yes. I guess we command him to change to Flying type, which is weak to both Ice and Electric. That gives two of our Pokemon favourable matchups, and our third one is neutral into him, so... But that's, I believe, our last change. Yeah, it's the last. Yeah, I think. Yeah. There's 0 remaining uses. But I'll try it anyway. Your own now. Very well. Blizzard. If we're really lucky, we get a freeze. But oh, we did. We got it. Okay. It's frozen solid. The background changes to a city. Then we'll use icy winds to lower his speed. Some more. Ooh, thoughts out immediately, but I think failure is at dark, so we should be okay. I guess it is a 6v1, so the level disadvantage isn't that big a deal. But these defense boosts are really. Ooh, flamethrower, that's really a big issue. Okay. Our tailwind petered out, so now we might not even. So now we have to hope those speed drops were enough for us to stay faster than Arceus. That's Brave Bird. That should cut through the defense. That should get us through the defense boost with the raw strength. Okay, so this isn't about strength anymore, is it? You? No, I. It seems like I've ruined all the fun, haven't I? And Arceus, faint. Okay. So. Oh, I do love that laughter sound. His laugh sounds so nice. Even though it's kind of an evil laugh. Look at his little laughing animation. Look at his little laughing animation. Oh. So that's how it is. This fragment was a failure after all. It seems I can't even keep something fun around me anymore. Am I really so irredeemable? Would you really rather keep hurting yourself than stay here and become something that actually matters? By the way, that strategy was simply sublime. I give back what you stole from me. But oh well. Will you let me go? On one condition. Answer me this. There's truly nothing for you out there. Yet still, you want to return. Why? Where does that resolve come from? Even if I don't matter, I'll still try to become something meaningful. Humans, you're always like this, aren't you? Always reaching for the most impossible things, even when they're told it's completely pointless. But if that's truly what you've chosen, then I will honor it. Makes a portal. What will you do after I leave? Well, this didn't go the way I hoped. Finding you was a 1 in a million chance, so I'll be left alone again with no one to entertain myself with. This fragment of me is boring, just like everything else. So, I'll shatter it to pieces. Though I haven't given up completely, perhaps the next one will be something different. A fragment without memories, without knowledge, free to become something new. One that might be worthy of bearing that name. Who knows? Regardless, this is where our path ends. Yours and mine. You'll remember nothing of what happened here, nor of what you saw within the space globe, which of course shall shatter. Go now. Goodbye. Like I said, you won't remember a thing. Farewells are meaningless. What about your true self? Isn't he watching? Sharp of you. Of course I'd be. Then at least a part of you will remember me. Don't flatter yourself. The game is over. He says that... Fuck. I really knocked my microphone over during the big dramatic moment. I ruined the scene. Oh, gosh. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Anyway, I've been a little emotional over this whole thing while we're taking a pause. I will get probably like properly sentimental over the game after we're done with this, but I'll start with the line again. The game is over. Pieces that no longer serve a purpose must be discarded, while those that may still provide a spark of entertainment shall return to their original blank state. Forgetting you will be easy, and yet I suppose I could be generous just this once, because you managed to make my existence slightly less dull. So, though I've been defeated, I've had a lot of fun. That's why it's only fair that I bid my opponent a proper goodbye. I'm glad that I chose you to call to this world. Fare thee well. And we see go to Oz. I would like to have that one, please. Same bread as yesterday, huh, Mr. Oz? Looks like you really liked it. Yes, it was really crunchy and had that perfect fresh-baked smell. I just couldn't resist getting it again. I'm glad to see you too, little buddy. I'm glad you're doing well. Of course, it's all thanks to him that the business is going so nicely. That goes to you too, Mr. Oz. We're always happy to serve regular customers. Just for you, that will be 4 coins, please. Right, let's see if... This one is worth 1 coin, and this one is worth 2. Just a moment, sir. I'm sure I can figure this out. Sure, take your time. Look, there I am! There I am! This is a little hard. Do you need help? You'd help me? I'm most grateful. So this was it. Thank you for your... You're welcome. Now we just move on. Mr. Oz, is everything alright? Yes, of course. Here's the money. Ah, the coins, I think I lost count of them again. Never mind, just give me whatever and I'll hand you the change. Thank you, sir. Sorry for the inconvenience, sir. I wonder who it was that helped me earlier. The last time I was here, my coronet looked so different. Right now, it looks so peaceful. I feel so at ease. Even if I lack a purpose in this world, even if there's no reason for me to stay, I want to move on. Yes. I don't think I'd ever get bored of this. Then... And after that credit scene, we get placed back on floor 100 with the option to fight the final boss again if we so desire. I'm going to reset the game to the title screen. I'm just going to sit here on the title screen for a bit. I know I've gushed over it. I know I've gushed over Arceus through the whole thing. I've tried not to let on too much, but when I first played the game, the reveal that this was all something he'd set up, that he was, you know, of course the whole time he was like, yes, I will watch you instead of doing much to help because I'm bored and you make it into blah blah blah, but I wasn't seeing it coming that he had set this all up on purpose. And it gave me a whole different perspective on the character. I thought he was fun, I thought he was charming before, but finding out he had set the whole thing up, it was his motivation, he had done, you know, this, that, the other thing, all of it. I really like the character. And that, the twist at the end, him being the final boss, with all the stuff, you know, talking about Giratina throughout the game. When I first played through it, I thought, oh, that makes sense. Giratina's going to be the final boss. It'll be revealed that Giratina's the one that scattered the plates, and it'll be a big final battle. Maybe, you know, maybe it'll be like a big proper thing like at the end Legends Arceus, where you fight a proper difficult team and Giratina shows up at the end and stuff. But no, it was Arceus doing one last challenge to one last piece of the game, not wanting to his fun to end so soon. And yeah, I really love him a lot. I'm so disappointed I knocked my microphone over during his big monologue at the end because genuinely slightly devastated because I may not be the best at sort of voice acting, but I was putting like a lot of heart into trying to deliver it as best as I could because it's like I said, the scene was really impactful on me the first time I played through the game. Um, and then when you beat him, and just the little sort of not post credit, but a little sort of final scene, a chance encounter with Oz, that sort of the protagonist helping him, Oz sort of staring off into the distance, like he thinks something about the protagonist is familiar but can't place where from, and yeah, it's really it's hard to put into words properly, but I really love this game so much, and I'm so glad that I was able to have fun streaming it, sharing it with um the couple regulars from my chat. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me on this mission, this adventure. I will definitely return to the game in the future to play through on. I'll probably play it on hard mode rather than jumping straight to insane. Um, yeah, I'll probably play it on hard mode rather than jumping right to insane difficulty. Because I was struggling on a few of the fights there, but I don't know, it feels like I guess at least on normal mode, the Arceus fight isn't, it's not that hard really. It feels like more of a send-off, like it's more meant to serve the narrative function rather than being like a super tough fight at the end of the game. But maybe if you play it on, the insane difficulty, maybe if you get to it on insane mode, it's a lot harder. But yeah, again, thank you all so much for joining me. I'm so excited to play the next game the developer has in store. I believe it comes out this weekend. So I may, in fact, try to. I believe it comes out on Saturday. I think it is. So I'll probably take a break from streaming for a couple days and come back. Yeah, exactly. Come back on Saturday, play the new game. We'll see. But I'm sure if this is any indication, I will love Pokemon Nova so much, even if I don't have that much connection to the Ultra Space stuff, because I didn't really finish Sun and Moon. Anyway, I've been rambling on, so I guess, yeah, thank you again, and we'll be back next time.